London is one of those cities where your experience can really vary depending on where you choose to stay.
In this video, we'll give you a breakdown of the 5 London areas we recommend and share their pros and cons for different budgets and travel styles so you can plan the perfect stay for you.
The first location on our list is Westminster and Kensington area. This is the home to London's most famous landmarks such as Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, and beautiful royal parks. It's also home to the world's largest concentration of museums, with various world-famous museums all within a 10-minute walk from each other. Especially after having a baby and traveling with a stroller, we often find ourselves staying in this area when visiting London. The walkability to various attractions and wide pavements make it getting around much easier. For example, during a stay here, after visiting Big Ben and Parliament, we would take a 15-minute stroll to Buckingham Palace, followed by another short walk through Hyde Park before visiting one of the museums on Exhibition Road, all manageable in one day on foot without requiring any public transport. With regards to food, the dining scene in Westminster and Kensington is a great place for foodies. You will find some of the finest restaurants in London here, catering to both tourists and the wealthy residents. One popular place in this area is the Harrods Food Hall, which is basically a gourmet paradise under one roof. We love visiting here for the chocolate hall and trying some of the fresh chocolates. You will find many luxury hotels and department stores like Harrods offering afternoon experience. At the top end, we've spent around £50 to £60 per person for meals, or £100 per person for experiences like afternoon tea. However, you can always find more affordable options such as the Market Hall's food court near the Victoria Station. For accommodation, it's worth noting that Londoners don't really tend to stay in Westminster, as it's mainly home to royal residence, government buildings and embassies. But there are a variety of hotels available, from budget-friendly 3-star hotels such as Hub by Premier Inn to 5-star luxury stays such as Corinthia. The Kensington is a great place if you are after neighborhood feel and staying with kids. Given the upscale and popularity of this area, expect to pay slightly higher prices ranging from £300 to £1,000 per night at a luxury hotel. For attractions, this area is packed with London's most iconic attractions. Westminster Abbey, where royal ceremonies take place, Big Ben and Houses of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, where you can see the changing of the guard ceremony. If you want to make the most of your visit, we recommend booking guided tours to places like Westminster Abbey, Big Ben and Buckingham Palace. Check out links to the ones we recommend in the description below. South Kensington area is paradise for museum lovers. The Victoria Albert Museum, Natural History Museum and Science Museum are all within walking distance and free to enter. As for the disadvantages of staying in this area, given the historical significance and popularity of this area, you'll find costs, especially for accommodation, to be much higher than other London areas. And will be surrounded by mostly other tourists, since most locals don't stay here unless they are very wealthy. So if you want that quintessential British experience with easy access to iconic sites and don't mind paying the premium prices, this area makes a perfect base, and hence, we give this area a high budget recommendation.
The next location on our list is South Bank area. This is London's cultural heart, stretching along the south bank of the River Thames. One of the biggest advantages of staying in South Bank is the excellent transport connections and walkability along the riverside. During our stay here, we would start at the London Eye, then take a 20-minute riverside walk to the Tate Modern, followed by another 10-minute stroll to the Shakespeare Global and Borough Market, all manageable in one day on foot without requiring any transport. We could also reach Westminster or the city by easily crossing any of the bridges over the Thames. The dining scene in South Bank is fantastic for foodies, with everything from world-famous food markets to high-end riverside restaurants. One must-visit place in this area is Borough Market, London's oldest food market that's basically a foodie paradise under Victorian railway arches. We love visiting here for the incredible variety of artisan food, fresh produce and street food from around the world. For accommodation, South Bank offers good variety from budget like Premier Inn, County Hall, to Park Plaza London Waterloo where we stayed at, to more upscale properties with Thames views such as the London Marriott Hotel County Home. Given the riverside location and proximity to major cultural attractions, expect to pay £150 to £500 per night for most properties, with premium Riverview rooms commanding higher prices in this range. The highlight for activities in South Bank for us was the BFI Centre. This is considered a shrine for cinema goers, showcasing Europe's largest cinema screens. Since it's one of the few places in the world you can watch IMAX on 70mm, which is regarded the best feature film format in the world. Here we got to see a screening of Oppenheimer and absolutely loved it. The other popular attraction is the Royal Festival Hall offers concerts and exhibitions. As for the disadvantages of staying in this area, weekend crowds can get overwhelming, especially around the London Eye and Borough Market. The riverside gets very busy with tourist and street performers which can get noisy. So if you want to experience London's incredible culture scene with beautiful riverside views, South Bank makes a perfect base, and we give this area a mid-budget recommendation. If you're planning to visit London soon and want more detailed information, check out our free digital guide linked below.
The next location on the list is West End. This is what most people think of when they think of staying in London. This area includes Covent Garden, Soho and Leicester Square. So you are literally in the heart of everything London is famous for. And a visit to London is pretty much incomplete without visiting this area. We've chosen to stay in this area when wanting to catch West End shows like The Lion King or The Harry Potter and The Cursed Child, meet friends for dinner given the incredible variety of dining options, or soak up the famous Christmas decorations during winter. For accessibility, you're within walking distance of multiple tube stations. However, in our experience, we often prefer to avoid the underground in this area when possible, because many of the tube stations like the Oxford and Piccadilly Circus are quite old and currently undergoing slow modernization. The lack of ventilation combined with crowds can make them very uncomfortable during hot weather. Additionally, several stations have loads of stairs and are not step-free, making them challenging if you are visiting with strollers or have difficulty walking. Our suggestion is to consider walking between attractions when possible, or use the buses or Thames River services or taxis as alternative. The West End offers incredible food diversity, from quick grab-and-go options for tourists and office workers to premium dining experiences. Plus the famous markets like Covent Garden, Jubilee Market and our personal favourite Seven Dials Market. At Seven Dials Market, you'll find a fantastic range of independent street food and drinks vendors under one roof. It's brilliant for groups or families with fussy eaters because there's something for everyone's taste. From artisan pizza to specialty coffee to cheese on a conveyor belt. Another must-visit food destination is Chinatown, spanning just 4 streets in Soho. Here you'll experience regional Chinese cuisine, plus year-round festivals that bring the streets alive. For accommodation in the area, during a stay, we stayed at a hotel right next to Leicester Square called Thistle. One major benefit is being within walking distance of theatres, shopping and various attractions, and found it incredibly convenient to walk back after late night theatre shows or when staying out late without having to deal with public transport. For attractions, West End Theatreland has over 40 theatres offering world-famous shows from The Lion King to Hamilton. Just remember to book well in advance as they do tend to sell out. Oxford Street and Regent Street provide world-class shopping with over 80 flagship stores, including iconic destinations like Selfridges and Hamley's Toy Store. Covent Garden is perfect for watching street performers and browsing boutique and vintage shops, while Soho offers excellent nightlife ranging from traditional pubs to trendy cocktail bars. As for the disadvantages of staying in the West End, you'll generally find things are expensive, especially accommodation given how popular the location is. The other major negative we found was higher noise levels, especially in the evenings when theatres finish and the nightlife scene kicks in. This is worth keeping in mind if you are a light sleeper or traveling with babies, trying to request a room away from the main streets, or consider staying in a different location altogether. Given the central location, we recommend the West End as an ideal area for those who want a classic central London experience and an easy access to shows, shopping, attractions, and dining without worrying about transport. Especially given the price of accommodation, we give the West End a high budget recommendation.
The next location on our list is Shoreditch, the trendiest part of London. As part of London's East End, this area offers a completely different vibe from other locations. Known for its diversity, Shoreditch has gained popularity over the years and become famous for its street art, food scene, and creative culture, making it an excellent base if you're after a unique London experience that's different from the typical tourist trail. For getting around, we spent most of our time walking as there's excellent street art to admire throughout the area. When we wanted to visit other parts of London such as Oxford Circus or Covent Garden, we could easily catch a 30-minute direct bus or tube. We found the food scene in Shoreditch to be very interesting, with Brick Lane home to famous curry houses, while Spitalfield Market being one of the London's oldest market with amazing food stalls offering cuisines from all over the world. For accommodation, we have found hotel prices in this area to be quite competitively priced compared to other locations, with a good selection of modern hotels to choose from. We stayed at Montcalm East, which offers excellent service with London skyline views and a lovely spa. And the N How London, a quirky hotel with interesting artistically designed rooms that perfectly capture Shoreditch's creative spirit. We have also stayed at Ibis London City Shoreditch, which we found to be a good modern budget option located just outside the city walls. While Shoreditch may not have iconic landmarks like Big Ben or Tower Bridge, it's packed with hidden gems and unique sites that reflect its vibrant culture. One of our favorite activities is taking a self-guided tour to admire the world-famous street art, which is constantly changing. You'll find works by Banksy and other renowned artists covering walls throughout the area. Spitalfield Market is also great for vintage shopping and browsing independent designers, while the nightlife scene in Shoreditch is very popular, from traditional East End pubs to trendy cocktail bars and underground clubs. As for the negatives, if you're planning to visit classic London sites like Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, you will need to use public transports or taxis. It's also worth keeping in mind Shoreditch gets busy on weekends and noisy, especially during Friday and Saturday nights when the nightlife scene is in full swing. So we recommend Shoreditch for travelers who want to stay in London's most artistic and trendy neighborhood. It's perfect for those who prioritize trendy vibes, incredible food, street art, and nightlife over walking distance to traditional tourist attraction. And given the competitive accommodation prices in this area, we give it a low budget recommendation.
The last location on our list is the City of London. London's famous financial district offers an incredible Zone 1 location that often gets overlooked. This is the oldest part of London, originally established by the Romans, and we found this location to be the perfect balance of history, accessibility, and price. During our stay in the city, we discovered what an excellent base this makes for exploring London. Not only do you have direct connections to the three main London airports, thanks to the city's great transport links, you can smoothly travel to other parts of London, all whilst being right by the famous Thames River, putting you at the heart of everything. We found ourselves spending days walking to explore the historical square mile that is the City of London, to being able to easily cross the Thames River via a bridge, or depending on where we were going, taking the underground train, or our favourite, the riverboat service to get to other parts of London, all within 30 minutes. With regards to food, the food scene in the city is fascinating because it caters to both regular and well-paid city workers. You've got everything from Leadenhall markets, historic pubs, the perfect spot to experience the British pub culture, to international cuisines like our favourite spot in the area, the Ivy Asia, overlooking the St. Paul's Cathedral. For accommodation, there are excellent options from budget-friendly chains to luxury hotels. During our time here, we stayed at two hotels, first being the Ibis London City for £150 per night, which we found to be very clean, comfortable and perfectly located. Second hotel is a little more luxurious, the newly opened Westin London City Hotel overlooking the Thames, delivering one of our favourite luxury stays in London for £330 per night, with spacious rooms, exceptional service and spa facilities. We have found this area to offer some of London's best value for Zone 1 accommodation, especially on weekends when business travellers aren't competing for rooms. For attractions, some top paid ones we recommend are St Paul's Cathedral. Another one is Tower of London, Norman Fortress housing the crown jewels and 1000 years of royal history. There are also lots of free spots to visit such as London Museum. You can also take self-guided walking tours, walk through the medieval alleys and discover surviving Roman wall sections. Leadenhall Market is another one that is a beautiful Victorian covered market. If you're a Harry Potter fan, fun fact here is this is the spot used as a Diagon Alley in the first films. Sky Garden is also another one, which is London's highest public garden with 360-degree views. It's free to visit, but make sure to book well in advance. There are many pros of staying in City of London, but here are some disadvantages. It gets incredibly busy during weekdays with the 500,000 city workers, but becomes quiet in the evenings and weekends. This is actually great for sightseeing on weekends when you have the historic streets to yourself. The area lacks the residential neighbourhood feel you get in other parts of London, and nightlife options are limited compared to areas like Shoreditch. Given the city's connections and location, meaning you will not be paying too much on transport and slightly cheaper accommodation due to quieter weekends, makes it an excellent choice for travellers who are happy to prioritise location and historic significance over nightlife and neighbourhood atmosphere. We give it a mid-budget recommendation.
Did you find this video useful? Check out this next video on top things we recommend to do in London. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.